We live in a day and age of complaint. A weird sort of complaint. And I know what you're thinking. Gundam, you complain all the time. I more or less point out the moronicism of the world around me while ridiculing it. It's a form of satire, but YouTube calls it problematic, so there you go. I didn't want to talk about this, but a lot of people sent me messages, so to hell with it. I guess you do what the people want. The Mandalorian gets in trouble for female body armor, and it's not even really trouble, it's just Anita Sarkeesian.
Everything is sexist, everything is racist, everything is homophobic, and you have to point it all out.
Really, Queen? No.
She does this every now and then. She comes out of, like, her hole in the ground, or in our case, from Madrid after shopping for expensive paintings while the other members of Feminist Frequency look for work. What a sisterhood, mama.
You don't even have to be Asian to do math that simple.
It's not fair. You lied to me.
You just got jammed.
And then she complains about something pop culture. Usually she does this to angle for a job, honest to God. If you recall, she complained about The Mandalorian before. Nobody cared. She complained about Cyberpunk and then told them she had a consulting business, which I'm 100% sure is you pay her like $20,000, $30,000 to tell you how problematic whatever you're doing is. And frankly, she did have a slight hand in what was that game that died? Stu, remember that game that died from EA? I guess I would have to be more specific. The one with the robot armors, where everybody's Iron Man. Javelin? Anthem. There we go. I literally typed in EA armor game and got Anthem. So yeah, as you can see, she's got the Midas touch. I mean, Feminist Frequency went bankrupt. Do you need any more? How come Trump going bankrupt, we're like, yeah, we shouldn't be giving this guy business. But like Anita Sarkeesian going bankrupt and it's like another day at the beach. Anyway, we're on Pirates and Princesses because I'm lazy. Because the internet always needs something to be mad about, the latest outrage is that female Mandalorians in Disney's Plus show, The Mandalorian, have chest plates with breast.
What? Oh no!
And of course they do. Where else are they supposed to put their boobs? Most women have breasts larger than an A cup. The average bra size is a C cup.
Oh my.
Well, this is problematic. You're looking at this boob armor. If you're looking at it and you don't see anything wrong with it, you are a racist, a homophobe, a misogynist. You're transphobic. You voted for Trump. In fact, you helped him embezzle money. That's how bad you are. I want you to leave and spank yourself. Odds are someone's going to find that sexy and clip me saying it, and this is going to come back to haunt me later. Stu, edit that out immediately. I'm learning French from the Rosetta Stone, mon ami. So let's see what the amazing Anita Sarkeesian has to say. Lady Mandalorians have boob armor? Oh, come on. Seriously. Oh. Coronavirus is spiking. Never mind that. There's boob armor on these Mandalorian females. Oh, toxic. Lady Mandalorians have boob armor? Come on. Okay, here are the replies. A lot of these comments seem to misunderstand her. She's never said boob plate was bad, and it sounds like it just took her out of the show, which is valid. She's not trying to kill your boner. Chill, guys. What?
You stupid dick.
What? Let me read that again. That was stupid. Hold on. My inability to read may have done this wrong. Okay. A lot of these comments seem to misunderstand her. She never said boob plate was bad, and it sounds like it just took her out of the show, which is valid. She's not trying to kill your boner, guys. Chill. Like, really? This is all it took to take her out of the show? Stop watching the show. Every 5 minutes, she's taken out of the show. Every 5 minutes, something is problematic. I can't even remember what the last Mandalorian thing happened that made her so upset. Because it was so trivial. It was literally the most contrite, insipid, sophomoric complaint I've ever bloody heard. That it's already gone from our lexicon, and she's back again. And the sad thing, we're rebranding the channel, Stu. The channel's now called Anything for Views because I'm feeding into the crap. Ugh. I'm like throwing gasoline into a fire. She literally did this for the sole purpose of people paying her attention. That's what I told people who DM'd me this. I was like, listen, dude, she's doing this for attention. And I have no choice. Of course, Twitter was quick to point out that it makes sense that the armor design is consistent with the usage of source material. Source material. Star Wars isn't about source material anymore. It's about people's feelings now. Progressivism. Pirates and princesses is problematic. I hope Neon is arrested. Well, let's see. The same armor is as depicted in the Clone Wars series. You would know that if you're actually interested in Star Wars, less interested in complaining about anything. Oh, Jedi Rider or Jedi Ranger 36, you're canceled. Next.
Get him out of here.
Get him out of here! Get the out of my room! Oh my God! Oh my God!
As a big boobed woman, I would want my boobs shaped out in the armor. Having them smashed down for the sake of not looking sexy is ridiculous. I'm sorry, Courtney Lynn. I have a feeling that you're the type of woman that has a problem with a mammogram. You. Drew says, Anita, I hope you're sitting down because I have something very important and perhaps shocking to tell you. Women have boobs. Drew, you're canceled. Get out of here, you Trump supporter. I believe it's not boob armor, it's female body armor. Not everything is sexual. Sometimes it's just practical. How dare you, sir? And how dare this company make Anita look like a fool? She is getting reamed on, and rightfully so. Like, frankly, this is just a pointless tweet, and it got people talking about her, so she succeeded in what she was doing. That's what this was all about at the end of the day. Part of me feels like Anita Sarkeesian at this point just says shit that's stupid to get people to pop up. You know, it's like, hello, I'm here. I hate children. And then leaves. And people are like, what is her problem? She wouldn't say something like that. So what would she say? Something like this. I'm surprised she didn't cancel Baby Yoda. Oh, God, they're roasting her. They're letting Anita Sarkeesian know that the character appeared in the Clone Wars show. Like, did you really expect Anita to watch the Clone Wars show? Like, for real? How is it we... Dude, her whole... She didn't even know video games before she did Feminist Frequency. There was video of her talking about she had to learn about video games before she started her study. And then in Feminist Frequency, she's like, oh, I'm a lifetime gamer. Listen, this is her whole thing. This is the grift, baby. She finds something in pop culture and then starts injecting political or identity politics in it, I should say, and just runs with it and waits for someone to hand her a job. You know, it's like to keep her relevant. It's like Rice Gums. He puts out a video only when he needs to make rent. A distressed gender warrior immediately runs in to save Anita Sarkeesian by saying a whole lot of dudes without tits telling us how tits work. And Buggy D Clown says, oh, Buggy, I get it. As someone who is deployed to combat with women who also wear the same body armor as those women, real body armor, I can tell you that they would have loved to have had something that conforms to their body type. Men and women are different. Get over it. Screw you, Buggy. You are part of the imperialist problem. Now, as I stated before, basically Anita did make some extra tweets about this that are kind of tone deaf in my personal opinion. She wrote, these grown-ass men get so emotional and throw these embarrassing temper tantrums when a woman has even the slightest critique on the mainstream corporate media they feel ownership over. Now, you had a critique that was not founded correctly in the lore. You are basically just creating drama where there is none to drum up interest in your Twitter and your existence as a whatever you do. They keep trying to gatekeep the most popular franchise in the world. Once again, this is a lie. You know, I don't know how anyone could take her seriously after reading this. This shows you that she knows nothing about Star Wars. And in turn, she knew nothing about gaming. This next part really bothered me. I even started talking to that Star Wars girl about it. Oh, what? That Star Wars girl? A woman who likes Star Wars? And I like Star Wars. Obviously, I should be keeping her out of it, according to sweet Anita. Sorry to burst your bubble, but the jig is up, y'all. Star Wars isn't some niche exclusive treat club where you have to hang up a no girls allowed sign and dictate the terms of the discussion, of the discourse, sorry. It never was that, and it's not changing anytime soon. This makes no sense. When has it ever been non-inclusive? Star Wars has always been inclusive. George Lucas is married to a black woman. What are we talking about here? Star Wars was one of the... Oh my God. I was in the 501st Legion for a hot minute. And at no point when we were trooping did we ever go, sorry, no ladies. You know? Like, this is ridiculous. This is a tweet by someone who knows nothing about the franchise. She's exposed herself and got dunked on for it. And now she's doing this, doubling down like she did last time. And after the double down comes the woe is me, people are harassing me phase. Here you go. Twitter makes some tweet things that you didn't tweet but wanted to but didn't, but goes so close to blah, blah, blah. It's a stupid Twitter tweet, right? She comes up and goes, I'm dealing with a never-ending Twitter harassment campaign for stating a simple observation about a TV show, but sure, let's focus on this. What? Did she damn near have the same tweet at EA when she was demanding money from them for feminist frequency? What are you doing? Like, what move is this? So she goes to Twitter and retweets them like, I'm being harassed and you're doing nothing about it. And it's like, you started it. When I was a kid, it's time to go back in time with Grandpa Gundam. I remember us hanging out with this black kid. There's a whole bunch of us. And it was a hornet's nest, right? And we all know to leave the hornet's nest alone. And he's like, I'm going to hit it with a stick. And I'm like, dude, don't hit the hornet's nest. Leave the hornets alone. So he starts hitting the hornet's nest with a stick. He then takes out his water bottle and starts throwing it all over the hornets. He thinks this is funny. I was already leaving. I was like, I ain't fucking with this. You know, you guys can stay. I walked off, right? 5 minutes later, the ambulance comes. Guess what? Captain Fidget was allergic to bee stings and hornet stings. They lit his ass up. I'm watching him drag his ass out on a stretcher while he foaming at the mouth. And I was like, I told you not to hit that hornet's nest. I don't think he can hear me. It's probably the goddamn coma. But it's the point. She literally goes and hits and beats a hornet's nest. And then when she gets stung, she starts screaming, harassment. You know, you could have easily left this alone. You already did this, the first season of The Mandalorian. For no reason. Putting in your 2 cents to try and make something seem racist or sexist or whatever. Without having any grasp of what you were talking about in the show. And then you got dunked on for it. I personally believe she does this on purpose to stay relevant. I don't care what anybody says. She's not doing this because she cares so much about some feminist movement. She's like, 2020, nobody's really focusing on me. Time to mess with the Mandalorian. I missed out on calling Baby Yoda Hitler, so I'll go with this. Female boob armor is problematic. Fight me. People show up. They want to fight me.